through all the hassle of resolving it, but in practical terms, you're right. I think the United States is going to pick a coalition of the willing when they want to have a joint operation. And I can tell you that the next time the French and the British want somebody to go into Serbia, as they did in 1999, or go into Libya, as they did in 2011, we're not going to do it. And, you know, the Falklands, 1982, they would not have been able even to get to the Falklands if it hadn't been for American logistical support, intelligence support, resupply of their missiles, and they're completely oblivious to that. They made it more difficult to open the Straits of Hormuz. But, you know, Sean, I think now that all the heavy lifting has been done and Iran is flat on its back, I think you're going to see all these opportunistic carrion people come in. You're going to see the UN say, well, we're going to be in charge of the peace. Or you're going to see people say, this is what we're going to do with Lebanon, or individual European states, or the EU, or the NATO. But none of them were to be found when it was very unpopular, very risky, and Iran had this reputation, I think, unfounded, but it was the terror of the Middle East. We were told it was indomitable. For 47 years, you might want to go to Iraq or Afghanistan, but you don't get near Iran. They're too crazy. They're too dangerous. And Donald Trump, in less than 6 weeks, with the help of the Israeli Air Force, demolished it. And now all of a sudden, everybody wants to pile on and think that they're somewhat responsible for the future of the new Middle East. It's really shameless. It really is.
I think at the end of this, I think these globalist organizations that have been anti-American and anti-Semitic are dead. And I'll tell you what else has happened. For a number of decades, the continent of Europe has been in decline. They have neglected their defense in a major way. They've been really reluctant contributors to NATO. We pay 2/3 of the bill. They have embraced radical socialism, radical climate alarmism, and and they have had unfettered immigration without assimilation. I never thought we'd see like 100 Sharia courts in Great Britain or no-go zones in France and other parts of Europe in our lifetime. This is a continent that has been in a steep, steady decline. I think we will have a reconfiguration of alliances when all's said and done. The president truthed out support for all of these Middle Eastern countries. I can see new peace deals emerging. Saudi Arabia with Israel, building on the Abraham Accords with steroids and human growth hormone. Thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. I think just to take the example of Falklands, that was 1982, and I think right now, given that it took 20 days